Well, welcome everyone to the Town of Conception Bay South Public Council meeting for March the 4th. And we'll start this meeting as we do with all meetings, with our land acknowledgement. The Town of Conception Bay South would like to respectfully acknowledge the territory in which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk and the island of Newfoundland as the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk. We also respectfully acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitassinan, the Inuit of Nunatsiavut, and the Inuit of Nunatuavut. We strive for respectful partnerships with all the peoples of the province as we search for collective healing and true reconciliation, and we honor this beautiful land together. Next up is the adoption of the meeting agenda for tonight, moved by Councillor Barrett, seconded by Councillor Hillier. All in favor? Aye. Contrary minded? That's carried. There we go. Everybody vote. There we go. Okay. Next up is the adoption of the meeting minutes from the past meeting. That was February 18th, moved by Councillor Tilley, seconded by Councillor Butler. All in favor? Contrary minded? Carried. Okay, next up we have visitors, and we do have a lot of visitors here this evening. And first up, we have a proclamation for Easter Seals Month, the month of March, Easter Seals Month. And we have some of our friends representing Easter Seals with us in the back of the room this evening. So I'm going to ask that they come forward while I read the proclamation, if they could. Okay, so I'll start with the proclamation, Easter Seals Month. Whereas approximately 100,000 people of all ages in our province live with disabilities such as physical, sensory, cognitive, or other disabilities that present barriers to full participation in society. And whereas Easter Seals Newfoundland and Labrador is a charitable organization with a vision of a community where all peoples with disabilities live full, healthy, and active lives, a mission to engage, inspire, and maximize opportunities for people with disabilities of all ages by providing meaningful programs and services. And whereas Easter Seals NL's recreation programs help those with disabilities explore what they can do through independence camps, art and music therapy, and adoptive sports, promoting full, active, healthy, socially engaged lifestyles. And whereas Easter Seals NL offers employment and educational services to assist those with barriers to employment in successfully transitioning from home to school into adulthood and independence with a focus on preparing for obtaining and maintaining gainful employment. And whereas Easter Seals NL I Can Too Disability Awareness Program activities foster disability awareness and sensitivity and provide tools of accessibility and inclusion. Therefore, with the support of the Town of Conception Bay South, I sign this proclamation and declare the month of March in 2025 to be observed throughout the town as Easter Seals Month. And I will sign that in a moment, but I want to speak to our guests for just a second. Brandon Bowen, you've been here before. Just tell me a little bit about Easter Seals and what it means to you.
So Easter Seals for me has a lot of great personal ties with myself, because I've been involved with Easter Seals since the age of 2. Easter Seals has opened up so many doors for others with disabilities and myself when it comes to going to a facility such as Easter Seals in the house and just being able to participate in meaningful programs and services that they offer, and it just gives us the freedom to be who we are without any judgment. You know, it's really great to see all of the activities provided by Easter Seals, because it gives us a sense of freedom and enjoyment and activity and socialization and many other great benefits as well.
Brandon, I think you're probably their best spokesperson. Thank you very much. Now, I'm sorry, and I'm just to get you to introduce yourselves and maybe say a few words.
Hello, everyone. What's your name? Can you tell them your name? This is Lily. Lily's my stepdaughter, and she's almost 9 years old. And my name is Troy. We're here with our family, our little boy, William, Lily's little brother, and his mom in the back. The Easter Seals organization is certainly, in my opinion, a very pivotal, game-changing organization in our province, and they offer so many programs and services. Lily's been very fortunate enough throughout her life, as struggles with a developmental delay, epilepsy, and other health conditions, to attend Easter Seals, much like yourself, swimming, summer camps. And when we go there, it's just, we have no worries. Our daughter's cared for, her needs are met. She's treated like a person who would be considered normal in a world that oftentimes finds people with disabilities to not fit in the boxes of society. So I think Easter Seals has done a great job, and for Lily and her little brother, who's she's a proud sister, aren't you? I think the Easter Seals organization is phenomenal, and thank you so much for declaring it for Easter Seals Month. They're a great program, and I certainly encourage you all to visit and donate if you can. It's a great organization. What do you say? You say thank you?
Thank you.
Well, thank you all for coming in, and of course, encourage everyone during the Awareness Month to learn more about Easter Seals. Go onto their website, look at their programs. Maybe there's something that you can get involved in, and make a donation if you can. And I know they have lots of wonderful programs. So thank you, folks, for coming in and sharing that with us. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much again for coming in, taking the time to help promote Easter Seals and its programs here in CBS. Next up, we have a proclamation from Deputy Mayor Andrea Goss.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. With March 8th being International Women's Day, the town of Conception Bay South recognizes that, and this is a proclamation for so. Whereas International Women's Day is celebrated globally on March 8th with the aim of taking the time to reflect on the contributions women have made and continue to make the communities and countries better places in which to live, work, and grow. And whereas International Women's Day is a time to uphold women's achievements, recognize challenges, focus greater attention on women's rights and gender equality, encourage and mobilize all people to do their part to bring about positive change. And whereas International Women's Day is a time to envision a world where each woman and girl can exercise her choices, such as participating in politics, getting an education, having an income, and living in societies free from violence and discrimination. Whereas the theme of International Women's Day 2025 is Accelerate Action. Therefore, I, Andrea Goss, Deputy Mayor of the Town of Conception Bay South, do hereby proclaim March 8th, 2025 to be International Women's Day in the Town of Conception Bay South. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and we're looking forward to, I know, an event that you helped organize here in the town of Conception Bay South, and I think by the end of this week, we're going to join the Area Chamber of Commerce as well, and I'm probably going to hear more about that shortly.
Yes,
I guess I
sure
am,
do.
yeah. Okay, well, that's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, we're on to new business, and I'm going to start with Councillor Gerard Tilley.
Thank you, Your Worship. One event to bring forward here this evening. I'd like to take a minute to share some great news on behalf of one of our firefighters in the CBS Fire Department, to Lieutenant Wayne Courage. Wayne was presented with the King Charles III Coronation Medal last week by MP Ken MacDonald. As everyone I'm sure is aware, Wayne has been an extremely active member of the CBS Fire Department for the past almost 37 years. What everyone may not be aware is that as a Bell Canada retiree employee, Wayne volunteers as the team lead for the Bellaline Telephone Pioneers woodworking shop. Wayne oversees a team lead of 10 pioneers who meticulously craft wooden memory boxes for the Janeway and other hospitals to parents in instances of infant loss. Under Wayne's guidance, the program has expanded from 1 hospital to 6 within the island of Newfoundland and within the island and Labrador region. Wayne has always been extremely active in supporting the IT requirements of many local churches, allowing them to broadcast their services online to those who would be unable to attend in person. There are many things to mention, but Wayne certainly exemplifies the spirit of community and has been a role model for all aspects of his professional and personal life. So I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Wayne on the medal. I've known Wayne, like I said, I think we joined, John, myself, and you, Wayne, joined the fire department roughly the same time, right? So he's an exemplary person, and I think he deserves this medal gracefully. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. Congratulations to Wayne, fantastic and a great honor indeed, well deserved. Councillor Connors.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just building on what Gerard just with the King's Medal, there were a number of other participants, or a number of other residents here in Consumption Bay South that received those medals as well. Perry Bradbury, who's a resident of Consumption Bay South. Wayne Curry, just Councillor Tilley just mentioned. Raymond Gregory from up in Upper Gullies with up there. It was Eric Hart, well known in Consumption Bay South. Tracy Lawrence here in with the Kin Club. The Kin Club. And Wayne Miller, who's with our Legion, and Gordon Wheaton, who were also awarded those medals. So I just wanted to put those names out there as well, as residents of Consumption Bay South. Just want to say, and I'm sure but last week's announcement of the Allen Cup here in Consumption Bay South, coming to Consumption Bay South next year, like this is a tournament that any town that has a senior hockey team would love to have in there, and we got it here. And I'm not sure if it was the mayor mentioned or someone mentioned at the announcement, like our rink was built to hold events like this, and that's what we're doing. Like we're after hosting a number of Atlantic, national, provincial events up there, and I'm sure we'll do a great job again. Thank you to the Blues and stadium staff, our recreation staff, who put together the proposal, and we're successful in it. And I'm looking forward to a great tournament next year with teams from Ontario, probably some teams from out west, and probably other Atlantic and Canadian teams. And just one more thing on the Blues. I never did it publicly, and I want to do it publicly, and I know that it's put out there. But this year, the Blues donated $15,300 to the Sammy Climb Higher Foundation through the Sammy Superhero Game. That brings in $40,000 over 3 years. And for just one organization to be able to do that for all the kids of not only Consumption Bay South, from all over, it's great. And I want to publicly thank them for doing it, John Kavanagh, Pat Rose, and the group that run the Blues. So thank you on behalf of Sammy Climb Higher Foundation. And that's it for me.
Okay, I got it working. Yes, thank you, Councillor Connors. I had the honor of speaking at the announcement and listed off a number of wonderful things that the Blues do in our community in supporting a number of groups and organizations, and the Sammy's Climb Higher Foundation, no more than that, the most, of course. So it's great work that they do, and you failed to mention that they're embroiled in a playoff series as well right now, where they're heading out to Clarenville tomorrow night to win. They force a Game 7 back here Friday night. Councillor Barrett.
Thank you, Your Worship, and thank you, Councillor Connors, for the mention of the Allen Cup. I won't prolong it, but certainly we're very excited and happy, and was great to be at our last week at the announcement, a lot of energy for sure. So looking forward to that competition next year. Just wanted to mention one thing also happening this weekend. The CVS Bluefins will be hosting the 28th annual Swim for Hope on Friday, March 7th at our recreation complex. And the opening ceremonies is starting at 6 p.m. in the multipurpose room, and the event will be opening at 6:30. Encourage folks to come and attend, and there's going to be opportunity for swimmers to have a special say for who they're swimming for. For folks that might not be familiar, I did want to just read a brief description that is provided about the competition. The Swim for Hope is an annual swim event that involves a continuous swim relay where participants collect individual and corporate sponsors. Participants will compete for various prizes, including the top 3 fundraisers in the province. This event is fun, requires athletic ability, and has phenomenal appeal to membership of the Swimming Newfoundland Labrador. Participation in the event involves young people working as a team in an atmosphere of friendly rivalry against time constraints and other competing teams. This annual fundraiser combines as a fundraiser for competitive swimming in the province, but more importantly, a fundraiser for the Dr. H. Bliss Murphy Cancer Care Foundation. So we're certainly very proud to be hosting that again this year. Good luck to all the swimmers, and certainly if you're able to come on out. That's it for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett. Councillor Hillier.
Mr. Worship, just one brief item. Just want to talk a little bit about traffic calming this evening. It's something that we haven't been a whole lot active in the past months, and basically because we've had a consultant doing a new traffic calming policy for us, and I know around the table, I'm sure everybody has got at least one area where people have been in touch with them concerned about traffic calming. I just want to let our residents know that the policy is now in the hands of our staff. It probably took a little bit longer than we had expected to get completed. It's now in the hands of our staff for review, and hopefully in the coming months, as children get out and get more active and traffic gets a little bit more quick around our neighborhoods, that we will be once again working on our traffic calming based on this new policy that we've been working on. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hillier. And I just want to mention one thing, that we're doing a bit of a meeting change. So next week, there won't be a COW meeting. We've decided to push everything that would show up at a COW meeting right to the public council meeting. And if there's a need to have a COW meeting, we will implement it and let folks know in advance. But as of now, our next meeting that we'll discuss all the items that would come to the agenda will happen at the public meeting in 2 weeks' time. I think it's 2 weeks to us. We're 1st of March. So it'll be March 18th. So there won't be a COW meeting next week. And if we need one in the future, we will hold one. If we don't, we'll push everything to the public agenda. So there won't be a meeting next week. Now, just to finish up the new business, I thought it would be nice this week to, since it's International Women's Day week, that I would let the women of council finish off for the go around this week. So I'm going to start with Councillor Hardy, and then she can pass it off to whoever she chooses, and we'll go around.
Okay, you caught us off guard, then we're wondering what was happening. So looking forward to the International Women's Day this coming Sunday. We have a really good lineup. I won't get into too many details because I know Councillor Morris already has a nice mock-up on it. But speaking about women, I do want to do a shout out this evening for Kate Nugent, who is a grade 6 student at Upper Gullies Elementary, who just won the Spelling Bee competition. So she's actually going to be competing in Ottawa at the Elks Avalon Bee. And she actually came in, she beat out 129 of her fellow students. And having a daughter within the grade 5 and 6 who could have also attended, the amount of work that went involved into that package for the spelling bee, she did an amazing job because it was a very heavy lift. My daughter chose not to do it, but I'm so glad that we did have the winner was in Conception Bay South at one of our schools. So a huge congratulations for Kate Nugent for all the work she did to become the winner. Thank you. And I'm going to hand it off to Councillor Christine Butler.
Thank you, Councillor Melissa Harley. I too am looking forward to Sunday's International Women's Day event, and Councillor Moores will be elaborating on that a little bit more for us. One other thing, of course, next Thursday, St. Paddy's Day, Seniors' Day social, and I know you'll all have your green on, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you. Yes, I was going to say.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. She just gave me the look, so I knew. So yeah, International Women's Day. We're very excited. This is our third year, I think, or is it our fourth year where we've done fourth? So I guess we decided to do a little bit different this year and have a little bit more of a formal event. So we were very excited when it sold out in, I think, 2 days with 100 people. We have some fantastic speakers, and I guess the background of the whole event is Accelerate Action in Women and Diversity, and I guess we really wanted to focus on a young female in our community that has made a difference, someone in a grassroots organization that has made a difference, and someone in a larger organization that has made a really big difference, and also someone who works in our community with females and bring, I guess, a male perspective on that. So a lot of thought went into it, and we feel that we have a lot of great speakers. We're very excited for the day. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lovely breakfast at the Yacht Club. Unfortunately, it is sold out, but I guess if any tickets do come available, we will, of course, let everyone know. So we can't wait to see everybody on Sunday at the Yacht Club. I wanted to bring up, there was the Mount Pearl Paradise Open Starlights team are the 2025 Skate Canada Cup national champions again this year, but they also have on their team are coaches at the CBS Skating Club. They are Hannah, Haley, Emily, and Sky. So I just wanted to congratulate them. That's a massive achievement, winning nationals at a skating competition. So very proud of them and glad to know that we have some CBS representatives on that. I was lucky enough, I guess, to attend the winning game of the Senior Blues this weekend on Sunday evening, where they wiped Clarenville 7-1. Even though I'm from Clarenville, I was very proud to see them win. So hopefully they can beat them in Clarenville on Thursday and bring it back here on Friday. So just big congrats to the Blues, and hope they can go to Game 7. And the last thing I wanted to mention is I have had, I guess, a fair number of residents reach out to me about an after-school program. Unfortunately, we had one close in the east end of town, so it has been brought forward to council, and we are going to figure out what we can do. And of course, I will get back to those residents when we have a little more information, but I just want to know that it has been brought forward and we have discussed it. And that's all for me. And last but not least, I'm going to hand it over to Deputy Mayor Andrea Goss.
Thank you, Councillor Morse. So, International Women's Day, yes, it's a big day. The actual day is the 8th, but on the 7th, the Chamber of Commerce is going to be hosting an event. And our Chamber of Commerce takes in Paradise, Conception Bay South, and the Holyrood area. And this year they're hosting an event in Paradise at the Double Ice Surface. It's a lunchtime event. They have a panel of speakers, and there are some tickets still available. They'll also be presenting some Trailblazer Awards. So if you're looking for an event to go and be in a very empowering room, there's some tickets available. Unfortunately, there's none available for our event, but you can certainly take in the Chamber of Commerce event. I too am looking forward to our town event on Sunday. Excited, and so excited that it's sold out. So that's fantastic. I just want to make mention of an accomplishment that I think is very fitting for International Women's Day theme that we have going here this evening. The Icebreakers under 18 female AAA team won the Newfoundland title this past weekend. And they are a regional team, but the two of the coaches are from Conception Bay South, Tony Gooby and assistant coach Tom Walsh. And two CBS residents are on this team, Kennedy Goss and Tiana Lambert. So I just want to make a mention and congratulate the team. They defeated the Central Ice Pack this past weekend, and they are now representing Hockey NL in the under-18 Female Atlantic Championships in Nova Scotia in the first weekend in April. So congratulations to the Icebreakers and to our outstanding female hockey players, Tiana and Kennedy, here in our community. And I just want to take the opportunity to recognize the amazing contribution of all the people the females in the workplace here in town of Conception Bay South. For everyone who works here at the town, our senior staff, who we have some amazing female leadership in our senior staff here in the town, and of course there's 4 of us females here on council. So I want to take the opportunity to recognize the significant contribution that everyone makes, and just that it's a great that we get the opportunity to celebrate the contributions and the amazing people that we have that work here with our community. That's everything for me.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and I echo your comments. Well said. Thank you, Councillor Morris, Councillor Hardy, and Councillor Butler this evening. And I think I'm turning it over now, Finance and Admin, to Councillor Tilley.
Thank you, Your Worship. We have 2 items to bring forward this evening. Item 6A is a tax adjustment. Be it so resolved that the town adjust taxes as follows in the so noted account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Hardy, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Item 6B, multi-year capital works amendment for Phase 48. Be it so resolved that we, the ultimate recipient, the town of Conception Bay South, request approval from the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure to reallocate remaining provincial funds in the amount of $181,621 from the completed project, Phase 48 of 17 multi-year capital works 22-00019 to the upcoming project for 2025 streets in the so noted account. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Butler. Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, this is just some money we had left over from our previous capital works, and we're just going to spend it this year.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? Oh, look at that, we're all in, okay. Engineering and Public Works, is that Councillor Hardy? Yes.
Thank you, Your Worship. So we just have one item we're bringing forward this evening. 7A, Sanitary Sewer Flow Monitoring Phase 2. Be it so resolved that Atkins Realis is engaged to undertake sanitary sewer flow monitoring Phase 2 at a cost of $76,290 plus tax. Funds are available in the project account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hillier, discussion?
Yes, Your Worship. This here is, I guess, Phase 2 of the flow monitoring. Our original phase was a vapor testing. So Phase 2 now is going to really calibrate and determine what the models are actually using, so that we can determine what the short-term and long-term plans are for the town, if there are certain areas that are contributing more versus other areas contributing less. So certainly help with the planning for our engineering department moving forward.
Any other discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Thank you, Worship.
Oh, sorry, okay. Planning and Development. Who might that be this evening? There, Councillor Hillier.
Yes, Your Worship, couple of items to bring forward. First one, 8A, 61 Chaders Road. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 3.12 of the town's development regulations, application number 4933 for an accessory building at 61 Chaders Road be approved with a variance to reduce the rear boundary setback to 1.35 meters. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Butler. Any discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, just that the building was inadvertently built a little bit too close to the rear yard. They've come and asked for a discretionary variance. We can approve 10%, and that's what approve up to 10%, and that's what we're doing here this evening.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, it's carried.
655 Conception Bay Highway. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 10.7 and 10.16 of the town's development regulations, application number 4904 received on January 14, 2025, proposing to serve alcohol within the existing recreation facility at 65 Conception Bay Highway be approved. So moved.
Seconder. Councillor Hardy, discussion?
Your Worship, obviously this is an existing business. While it's a recreation facility, they also sponsor special events and are looking for an alcohol license just for those special events.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Contrary minded? Carried.
1621 to 1631 Conception Bay Highway. Be it so resolved that with the consent of the Minister of Municipal and Provincial Affairs and subject to payment of a non-refundable processing fee and a deposit, the town initiate consultation in accordance with Section 1.4 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000 for proposed amendments to the St. John's Urban Region Regional Plan, Conception Bay South Municipal Plan and Development Regulations to rezone 1621 to 1631 Conception Bay Highway to the residential multi-unit zone and residential medium-density R2 zones. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Connors. Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, this is an initiation of a rezoning process. These developers have done a significant amount of work in this area opposite College of North Atlantic and Seal Cove. In this case, they've got several pieces, or a piece of land that falls within several zones. They're interested in building a 30 unit in 4 buildings on the site, but need to rezone it to residential multi-unit zone. And this is the first step. We'll see this application come through several times yet before it's finalized.
Any other discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
And our final item, be it so resolved that subject to payment of a non-refundable processing fee and deposit and in accordance with Section 14 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, the town undertake consultation for proposed amendments to the Conception Bay South Municipal Plan and Development Regulations that will allow alcohol sales to clients within an approved personal service use in the residential medium-density R2 zone. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Deputy Mayor Goss. Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, we found ourselves in a couple of instances where we've had businesses with in a non-conforming use situation looking to serve alcohol at special events and activities within those operations. And rather than taking each one and working through the process, we're suggesting that we would allow these things to take place as ancillary activities associated with these businesses.
Kind of clear this up once and for all and see how it goes.
We're going to deal with the broad picture rather than picking each one individually.
Yeah, right thing. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Thank you, Your Worship. That's it.
Thank you. Here we go. Recreation. Who do we have this evening? Councillor Barrett.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Worship. Just the one this evening, 9A, Federal Active Transportation Funding Application. Be it so resolved that the town of Conception Bay South apply for cost-shared funding through the Federal Active Transportation Fund Program in the amount of $1,850,000. The town of Conception Bay South agrees to provide its share of cost-shared funding in the amount of $671,058 net of HST rebate. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hillier. Discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, we had much success with this fund last year, actually, or last time we applied. Folks might remember this is the pot of money that we were successful in getting $1.4 million to upgrade the trailway and the trestle in Seal Cove. And we're very optimistic about our submission this year. While we don't have a big project like that identified, there are a number of things throughout the community that we want to make a more active living type of arrangement, whether it's installing more accessibility for bike racks, kayaks, running, some of those things. And so if successful, you'll see a lot of those changes throughout the town from Topsail all the way to Seal Cove. So certainly optimistic about this, and hopefully history repeats itself when we're successful with the funding application.
Yeah, 50-cent dollars are good dollars.
Absolutely.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Carried. Okay, next up, economic development. Anything from economic development this evening? No. And procurement. Am I back to you, Deputy Mayor?
Yep, thank you, Mayor Bent. So the first item under the procurement is the purchase of one 4x4 rubber tar backhoe. Be it so resolved that approval is given to purchase a new rubber tar backhoe from Madsen Construction Equipment at the cost of $223,850 plus HST. Funds available in the capital equipment purchase account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Moores. Discussion?
This is just equipment that's been approved previously under the budget and now is available, and we're just putting forth an approval for it.
Anyone else? All in favor? Contrary-minded? Carried.
Next item is a tender for one new and unused 2025 or newer waste collection truck. Be it so resolved that approval be given to lease a new and unused waste collection truck as per tender 25-01 terms from Canada's Big Truck Rental at a monthly lease rate of $13,800 plus HST. Funds are available in capital fleet account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Butler. Discussion?
This was also an approval in our budget previously to try renting waste collection trucks. And we already have a couple, and they're working out, it's been working out fabulously. It's a super maintenance agreement with the company, and it was just something that we would try, and it's working out, and now we're going to get another one under another lease agreement, and it's created a consistent service with no breakdowns, and staff are totally thrilled with these trucks and the type of service, level of service they're able to provide, so.
Okay, anyone else? Maybe we can reach out to the schools, and they can give it a cool name like we've done in the past. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Carried.
And the last item is an approval to purchase one regular cab 4x4 truck. Be it so resolved that approval is given to purchase one regular cab 4x4 truck from Hickman Chevrolet Cadillac at a cost of $72,097.97 plus HST. Funds available in account as presented. So moved.
Seconder, Councillor Hardy. Discussion?
And this is just to replace another truck in the fleet.
All in favor? Contrary-minded? Carried.
And that's it for procurement. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I think did I make a mistake? Did everybody that wanted to speak about any other committee have a chance to speak earlier? Do we want to do it under other, if you wanted to say something? I didn't ask specifically, but if nobody has anything, we'll just move through to adjournment. So I'll call on someone for a motion for adjournment. Councillor Hardy, seconded by Deputy Mayor Goss. All in favor? Contrary-minded? Carried. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll be back again in 2 weeks' time on March the 18th. Enjoy your pancake supper if you're going home to get one.